Oh, it's Christmas and it's time to make a Christmas shirt. Inside this bundle, I have a bunch of Christmas fabric squares. Certainly not enough material alone to make a shirt, but I thought with the right pattern, I could make something really cute. So I found a pattern, McCalls 7390, that has a bunch of different pieces, and I thought it would be perfect for this project because if you look at view C, there are 8 potential different kinds of fabric that I can use. So I'm gonna try this out, but the first thing I need to do is figure out which of these pieces look good together. So I'm gonna do that next. All right, let me go ahead and start sorting it out by color. Now that I have it sorted out into colors, I need to figure out kind of the color scheme for the whole shirt. And I know right away that I'm just not going to use the blue, so I'm going to toss that. And actually, I think I'm leaning toward more red and white, so I'm going to toss the green and see what we have here. I'm going to also put the flannel aside. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that yet. So, all right, I'm going to veto this dark red because it doesn't match with the rest. So let's just go through. Here's another dark red. So I have this great red pile. And now let's look through the whites. That's got blue in it. I'm not going to use anything with blue. You know what though? I love this, and that's red and white, so that'll go there. Like that together. Also this, I have 2 of these, so that's quite a bit of fabric. Oh, I've got 3 of these. 4 of these. I've narrowed it down a bit. I need to iron these things and take out the pattern and look at the pattern pieces and see how much fabric I need and how I can mix and match those. So that's going to be the next step. There are the squares and here is the pattern. Let's just look at this. So we need 2 sleeves, 4 middle fronts, 2 upper front sides, 2 lower front sides, 1 cut on the fold in the back and 1 cut on the fold in the back. So now all I have to do is decide, I'm going to start with the front. So what goes together the best? Sort of move this out of the way. So I'm going to ruminate on this plan for a while. I think it's pretty good, but I just want to make sure. So let's get a close up. That's the back. Those will be the back top, the back bottom, the front top, the front bottom, and the sleeve. Let's see how it goes. I finished all the easy bits and I took a pause right here because I thought you guys might like to see how to do a little bit of a hard bit. The next part is to sew that middle panel onto the front. Let's get this out of the way first. All you do is you take your 2 front panels, you sew the center seams together, and then you do the same for your back panels, sew those center seams together, take it to your ironing board and iron the back panel in your seam allowance. So I did a 1/2 inch. And then you sew them together, but only in 2 spots. The first spot is right here at the end. You sew them together there. And the second spot, you leave this all open. This second spot is just this little V right there. You only sew this part right there. You leave everything else open. That was really confusing to me. Okay, all you do then is you turn it inside out, and give it a good press right here. So that's going to be your nice neckline, and then press at the bottom, and then bring over your almost finished shirt. You want to put right sides together, and you flip it over, and then you take this middle piece here, and you want to sew your seams. You take this out of the way. You want to sew, let's turn it so you can see, right sides together. So see that? You just go ahead and match your seams, make sure that's out of the way, and sew this, match your notches, right side together. And then once it's sewn, you press the seam towards the center, and you just come here, and you can either slip stitch this on or top stitch it on from the other side. So let me go ahead and do that. In case that previous explanation didn't make sense, let's take a closer look. See, here is that facing piece, and just to keep it out of the way, I've clipped it together. So we really just need to work on the fashion fabric. And see how I have clipped right sides together all the way down? So that's what you'll need to do on the opposite side. Find the edge of your shirt, match your notches, and then that should fit pretty well right there. All right, take it to the sewing machine. And just sew all the way down. I'm finishing the sleeve. I decided that a short sleeve wasn't good enough for a Christmas shirt. I needed a long sleeve, so I had to add on some fabric to make the sleeve a little longer. Ta-da! I'm finished! I am done. Actually, I'm making it sound like this project was hard to do, and it really wasn't. There were a lot of pieces, but all of these seams are pretty much straight seams that fit together really well. And let me tell you, I have fun with the fabric on this one. So what I did is I bought 2 packs of fabric bundles and then sorted them out. And I think what really helped this shirt come together is choosing that original color scheme. Remember, I have the reds and the blues and the greens and the flannels. Well, if you just isolate it down, you don't have analysis paralysis, and you can figure out how things go together pretty easily after you narrow down your selection. I especially liked how I had the reverse color reindeers. I think that was really lucky to find these in this pattern. I also really like these lights at the end of the sleeves. I think that was a fun touch, and I originally wasn't going to put them on, but then I really wanted long sleeves, so I'm glad I did. Because who wants a Christmas shirt that's short sleeve in this weather, right? This would have also been perfect if I had, okay, I have a bunch of fabric scraps sitting in my closet, and I think this pattern would be perfect for it because it's a really useful way to use up those scraps. Plus, it's really fun to figure out how things puzzle together, and I definitely want to do more of that. As for the pattern itself, $73.90 McCalls. If you are interested in doing a patchwork pattern or something like that, check this one out because there are so many different pieces and different views as well. I think I did a combination. I did the peplum with the long sleeves, but they also have a straighter version with pockets, so you wouldn't get the peplum. It would be narrower down here. You would get pockets though, and I really wanted to do that, except that my hips were too big for any of the sizes that they had in the package. So since this was my first time making this pattern, I chose just to do the peplum, but I really want to try that pocket version. Another thing that you could do that I might do in the future is, since this has a center seam, you could actually put a zipper in there, right? And this could even turn into a vest. So if you do the sleeveless version and put in a zipper, and maybe choose from some more vesty type fabric. Like I have this light wool. That might look really cool, and I think I want to try that as well. Well, I hoped you enjoyed watching this make, because I really had fun making it too, and I hope I've inspired you to try some matching of fabrics and patterns, because it can be a hoot to do. If you want a little hint of what I'm going to work on next, I found this Burberry knockoff fabric, and I've always wanted a Burberry shirt dress. So I am going to try to make one of those. Thanks for watching. See you later.